If you're going to do some illustrating for your story, you need to choose what you think is the most important scene and try and make it come to life for whoever's reading your story. And you've got to choose the best part or something that you can really bring to life or that you want to bring to life for whoever's reading and looking at your story. I remember reading Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit when I was a kid and spending hours looking at the pictures for all of my favourite scenes that were illustrated in the books. There was so much colour, so many things going on, you could see the characters that you've been imagining, and they were almost the best part of the story, I think. The story wouldn't have been the same without the illustration.
Illustrations, if they become involved as part of the story, they act as visual cues for the readers too. So you can kind of use them to point out central themes that are important to the reader. Because if somebody wrote a story about a princess getting trapped in a dungeon and a hero successfully saves that princess, then you might want to, illustrate certain aspects of how that process came about. Like, how did the hero go into the dungeon to save the princess? Were there any kind of lessons learned? It's important to pick a style that kind of represents you, because that's what creates that kind of unique element that captures a reader's attention. Everyone has their own style or their own strengths. So some people might like still life, they might like black and white charcoal drawings, they might like to use watercolors or even draw manga cartoons. So whatever style you choose, make sure it represents you. And once you decide on that style, make sure you continue using that style for the rest of the story.
So if you're talking about a beautiful sunrise and birds chirping and a bright blue sky and a clear day, and the picture is a dark and gloomy overcast day, that doesn't work. So I think it's really important to have the writer and the illustrator, if they're two different people or two groups of people, work really closely together to understand the words and the pictures. Whether the words come first or the pictures come first, it doesn't really matter, but it needs to be connected. And then it would be so much more powerful, and the reader will feel that, and the reader will be able to be part of the story and really, really understand it.